Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us from the True Stories collection, as in, it actually happened at an event that I was actually judging. Amy evokes a Fury, while Nick controls a Teferi, the Time Raveler, which has 4 loyalty. Amy wants to deal 4 damage to the Teferi, and then play an Ephemerate on the Fury so that she won't have to sacrifice it. Is this possible? Alright, so this play actually does work out exactly the way that Amy is hoping it will. But in order to pull it off, Amy's going to need to display some unusually high knowledge about exactly how timing and priority works in Magic the Gathering. So let's take a close look at this sequence and see exactly how it plays out. First of all, the deal 4 damage from Fury, it's a triggered ability. You can tell because it uses at, when, or whenever. And so that means that Teferi does not interact with it at all, because Teferi does not mention anything about triggered abilities. This means that the deal 4 damage part is going to happen exactly normally. The other triggered ability from Fury, that being the one that makes you sacrifice it, is also going to happen exactly normally. So, given that we have both of these triggered abilities, one thing that Amy is going to need to be careful of is she needs to make sure that they're on the stack in the right order. In order for this play to work out at all, Amy needs to have it so that the Sacrifice Me ability from Evoke is going to happen after the dealing 4 damage. Fortunately for Amy, she's the one that controls Fury, which means that she controls both of those triggered abilities. Because they both triggered at the same time, she can put them on the stack in whatever order she wants. Now that we've got that sorted, let's take a look at the Ephemerate. We'll notice that unlike the triggered ability from Fury, casting Ephemerate would count as casting a spell, so Teferi definitely will get in the way of that. So in order to respond to the triggered ability that makes Amy sacrifice Fury with an Ephemerate, Amy is going to need to get rid of that Teferi first. So is it going to be possible for her to get rid of the Teferi by having the 4 damage get dealt to it and still have an opportunity to play the Ephemerate before the other ability happens? So in order to take a look at this, we're going to need to understand exactly what it is that makes the Planeswalkers with 0 loyalty go to the graveyard. And that would be a state-based action. Because it's a state-based action, we know that the game is going to check it anytime that a player is going to get priority. Now, here's the other really important part that we're going to need to know about how this sequence works. The top object of the stack is only going to resolve after all players have passed priority in succession. So, now that we've got those 2 important details set, let's take a close look at exactly what's going to happen, starting from the resolution of the 4 damage ability of Fury. So after that ability resolves, the game is going to want to have the top object of the stack resolve, that being the Sacrifice Me ability from Fury. However, before the top object from the stack can resolve, all players are going to need to pass priority in order. However, before any player can get priority, first the game is going to need to perform state-based actions. The game will see that there's a Teferi that has 0 loyalty counters, since it just got done taking 4 damage. That means that the Teferi will be put into Nick's graveyard. And at that point, the players will get priority. Amy's path forward is now clear. There's no Teferi in play to interfere with her casting Ephemerate, so when she gets priority, all she has to do is play the Ephemerate targeting Fury, and she'll be able to complete this play. In case you're wondering, if you manage to play an Ephemerate targeting an evoked creature, then when the creature comes back into play, the evoke cost wasn't paid, so you will not have to sacrifice it. It'll be just like if you played full price for it. I made a whole video where I talked about that interaction, and you can check that out on the card at the top of the screen if you're so interested. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.